Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about music. And the reason why I want to talk about music, I want to know, like, maybe it's just probably me, but I think music, especially nowadays, now that I got older, is that lyrics are more meaningful than the actual beat of the song, or just because it's popular. Have anybody noticed how their taste of music has changed or anything? Or, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a natural thing, but, you know, for me, especially when it comes to songs, I'm not talking about musical pieces or scores or whatever, because that's another time for another day. Because, you know, like, people like Hans Zimmer and Alan Menken, you know, legendary composers, and Yoko Shimomura, you know, those are composers who can literally create music without words. But what I'm saying is, like, have you noticed, like, when you're younger, you know, you just listen to a song and it's awesome, right? And then, you know, as you get older, as you gotten older, you know, your taste kind of changed or whatever. And sometimes the reason why I'm saying this, because sometimes I know some people feel like they might betray the genre that they grew up around or whatever, especially me being a black person or something like that. And I'm listening to less R&B and rap, and I'm more listening to more alternative or whatever kind of music. And I listen to old school R&B. I listen to old school R&B, but I don't listen to new gen R&B and hip hop, because it doesn't have the meanings to it. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't songs that come out that don't have any meaning, but sometimes it feels like nowadays a lot of the songs that come out don't have meaning to it. It's just there just so you can make a quick little viral video, TikTok, or a cover or something like that. And I feel like for me right now, as I kind of matured, a lot of my music style has changed to where it's important for lyrics. Even if it is in a genre that I'm not familiar with or not a fan of, if it has lyrics to it that I can connect to, I love listening to a song that has a meaningful meaning to it, more so than just because I noticed when I was listening to some of the new gen R&B and rap, the reason why I kind of liked it was not the song itself, but the musical score and background and beat for it. Because when I listen to the lyrics, I'm like, this is some nonsensical bullshit. When you think about it, when you really think about it, it is some lyrical nonsensical bullshit that you just be like, now how the hell did this shit get popular? You know what I mean? So it's one of those kind of things where, you know, you kind of have to look at it and think about it, like, maybe it's just, you know, because you're growing up or whatever, maturing. And I guess as you mature, your music tastes do kind of mature. So that is something that could be happening. But I just always wanted to know, like, maybe it could have been just a me thing. Especially now that I got more into I guess the rock and alternative kind of music or whatever, because for some reason I can see, because, well, at the same time I grew up in the 90s too, so music was very diverse for me when I was growing up anyway. Of course, you know, when I was growing up, it was always R&B music, you know, black music from the 60s all the way up until the 80s. And then, of course, you know, growing up, then the whole boy band pop stuff done happen. And then, of course, the alternative rap, alternative rock, and then, of course, the grunge scene happened at the same time. So, and then, of course, anime music start also happening as well. So for me, I had a lot of multicultural of music where I can, you know, listen to and have fun or whatever. But then, you know, but I always wondered why a lot of the songs of the past are more fondly remembered than the songs of current times. You get what I'm saying? And I just never quite understood that. You know, or why I felt like, for me, why I kind of, when I listened to music that wasn't R&B and rap, how come I kind of felt like a guilt towards listening to the music outside of the genre. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because, you know, as a black person, you know, you kind of raised to be like, here's your genre music, all of that other shit, we don't do that around here. Not that I'm not saying that music is universal. I don't want people to think that I'm not saying that music isn't universal. Music is definitely universal. Music is powerful. Music is beautiful. And I don't think I can survive life if I didn't have any kind of music. But what I'm saying is, nowadays I am more, my ears are more open to lyrics than it is just because this song was popular. You get what I'm saying? Because even when I was growing up in the 2000s, even with the 2000s and some of the 1990s stuff, you know, you go back and listen to some of them songs, and some of the lyrics are still a little nonsensical compared to, you know, music of olden time where they actually had some meaning to it. And maybe it's because a lot of the R&B and rap of today focus so much on money, drugs, and boobs and ass, which there's nothing wrong with a song about a woman's body, you know, but sometimes some of that stuff goes so gutter with everything to the point where you just be like, what the hell, you know? And don't get, because the reason why I'm saying that is because Meg Thee Stallion, you know, if you guys saw the little clip from Coachella, Meg Thee Stallion had dropped a song that, you know, she hasn't released or anything, but it gave me that old school rap that I kind of grew up on when I was little, where it felt like it had some meaning behind it instead of just performatives. Does that make sense? Like, it felt like she was trying to say something to me more so than tell a story. Yeah, it was a little, yeah, she still did a little cussing and stuff like that, even though, you know, sometimes I do prefer songs not having that many swear words. I'm not a prune or anything, because but I hate a song that's very popular that does have some meaning to it, but you can't really have it on radio, or if they do perform it live, it's so much bullshit covering up because they don't go to the whole damn song with, you know, cussing words, and you just like, well, you know, I get this powerful meaning that you're trying to say with the song, but then you sit up there and put so many fucking cussing words in it that when they're trying to perform it in public or whatever, they gotta bleep 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 bleep, or like, or even like it was, and it reminds me of that time where Lil Wayne, I forgot what song he was performing on an award ceremony, and he was singing the song, and you can barely hear every other word because they had to literally censor everything he said out. And I was like, now, y'all knew he had this song, and y'all knew he had the song so gutter. Why would you even let him perform that song? You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to let the artist perform, if you're not going to let the artist have that song out there, then don't ask them to perform a song that has so many cussing words in it to the point where half the damn audio is cut out for the audience. Like, the audience live can hear it. That's great for them. But when you're watching it on TV or it's a playback thing, it's terrible. And I think that's another problem too with a lot of artists in general, is a lot of artists are so good with everything that they forget that sometimes, especially if you want people to listen to it, sometimes you gotta remove the gutterness from the actual song. And again, I'm not saying that you can't put some cussing words in it, but when half of your lyrics has all of the cussing words in it, and when you know if it was on public radio, or if you was performing it live and it's on TV, and you know they got to cover it up most of the time, you failed as a lyricist. To me, you know, sometimes get smart with the lyrics, you know. And I think right now too, as I'm sure that I want lyrics that mean something, you know. If you know, whether it's an inspirational thing, whether it's a hopeful thing, uplifting, romantic, whatever, I want the music to I want it to make me feel something, and I wanted to tell a story, You get what I'm saying? Like, I can understand why some people enjoy Broadway. You know what I mean? Seeing a song that tells the entire story is pretty cool. Like, there was this song from the NBC show called Smash. I never really watched the show, but I heard some music and stuff like that after the show was over and done or whatever. And it's this song called Rewrite the Story. And you can tell it's telling a story with the song about rewriting the actual story of their life. So, you know, stuff like that is very kind of interesting and stuff like that. And even though I like Lin-Manuel Miranda, sometimes some of his words, I mean, some of his music is sometimes nonsensical, but he's trying to convey a story. But sometimes you just be like, not that I'm not saying that the man's not good. I'm not saying that the man's not good. I don't want anybody to sit up there and be like, oh, I'm hating. No, I think he's a very wonderful lyrics and vocalist and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is sometimes some of the songs come off as nonsensical, or it's just there just because you need to fill a quota or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. Music is very powerful, but as I know matured, I am always looking for songs that have some kind of lyrical meaning to it, whether it's sung by a female or a male, whether the subject is for a female or for a male or whatever. Sometimes you just want to hear something and feel something, and not just some nonsensical beats. Not again, because there are some songs, but the reason why you like those songs isn't the damn song itself. It is literally because they had a beautiful score behind it. And I'm seeing a lot of music that way nowadays, where it is literally the damn score that's the reason why you liking that song, but the lyrics are not that damn great. And you're just like, why, Lord? And I think what really made me pay a lot more attention to the lyrical thing is Chris Daughtry. If any of you guys know about Daughtry, the band or whatever, Chris Daughtry was a contestant on American Idol. He got voted off really halfway through the semifinals or something like that, which that was crazy. I was just like, what the fuck? Because that man was out singing almost everybody on that goddamn stage, and America said, hell no, get the fuck up out of here. And then he went on to have this amazing alternative rock, kind of group or whatever. And when I listened to his music was telling a story. And then listening more of his music kind of opened up this gate flood of me listening to more songs that actually had meaning to it. Because I was already into scores, and of course OTSs from animes, video games, or whatever. Which those that's just a whole another level of music and stuff like that. Even smooth jazz, you get what I'm saying. But when your mind is open to lyrical music, it kind of changes your perspective of music in general. And I wonder, and I'm just wondering, am I the only one that's noticing that when I'm listening to a song, or if it's an epiphany just for me? I'm just saying, this is just a little video, just kind of ask that question about which one do you guys think is more important nowadays, especially when it comes to a song. Do you think the lyrics are more important or the beat? And it's understandable if some people really care for the beat and don't really pay attention to the lyrics. I'm just saying, for me, I paid more attention to the lyrics than the actual beat of the song. That's just my kind of personal opinion. And it's been very interesting journey of music wise. When you if you guys see my playlist on Spotify, it is varied between, but the reason why is because I put songs in there that actually have meaning to it for me, not just because it's the most popular thing out there. You get what I'm saying? But I would love to hear everyone else's thoughts on it. But let me know, hey, lyrical or beat, or it doesn't really matter for you guys. I'm just saying. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.